What's up, YouTube? This is Luke with Wilson Auto Detailing, and what's the subject of today's video? Well, allow me to spell it out for you. And the subject of today's video is bug removal. Check out this sweet intro of me detailing a wheel in like 10 seconds. Now, before we get into bug removal, what it is, how to do it, why it sucks, and what you might need to do, number one, before you ever start detailing a car, you've got to stop by Starbucks.
Welcome to Starbucks. Can I get started for you today?
Give me a tall cold brew and a venti water. Yeah, that's it. All right, now, bug detailing. Let's get into it. Now, why do we separate bug detailing as a separate thing than just like washing a car? Well, because bugs do not come off with regular washing. At least most bugs, okay? Most bugs are really stuck on, they're extremely hard to get off, and if you are a do-it-yourselfer or a professional detailer and you are struggling with how to remove bugs, don't worry, because you are among most people. Now, why is it important to remove bugs? Well, because bug guts are corrosive, like these. Bugs are going to eat into the clear coat if they're not taken off properly or within a soon enough time period. So you can see on this Chevy Impala I'm detailing, because it's white, you can especially see bugs. Now look, all these little black marks like right there, and anyways, you probably can't see it as good in the camera as I can see it here in real life. But bug guts are corrosive, and if you leave them on the clear coat for a long period of time, they will end up etching into the clear coat and leaving like a stain or an outline on the clear coat when you finally do remove it. And the only way to remove that stain or that etching is by polishing, or if it's really bad, by wet sanding it. So, question of the day, how are we gonna remove these bugs? Well, I am glad you asked. So what am I gonna do to attack these bugs? Well, if you've ever tried to just remove them by washing, you've probably been disappointed because they didn't come off. Here is Luke Wilson's simplified approach, okay? You need 3 things. Number 1, you need a bug sponge, okay? And that looks like this. It's mesh, and you can see it's all meshed out. And why does this help? Well, because it catches the bugs easier, kind of grabs them in this mesh material, and it pulls them off easier. Bug sponge, and you need an all-purpose cleaner. You can also use a degreaser, but I just find that all-purpose cleaner has worked just as well, and it's a little bit cheaper, so that's why I go with Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. And if you would like to get that product, I will put a link below in the description box under this video for you to buy Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner off of Amazon. Now, what do I do with this all-purpose cleaner and this bug sponge? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Now, all I'm going to do is take my Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, spray it all over the area that's covered in bugs, let it sit for about 10 to 15 seconds to kind of help it wash away, kind of help it degrade the bug a little bit. I'm gonna take my bug sponge and I'm just gonna kind of lightly scrub the area. So watch how this works. So you can see I'm pretty generous with how much I'm putting on these bugs in regard to the all-purpose cleaner because, well, it takes a lot of solution to get these puppies off because they are seriously stuck on there. Now I'm going to take my damp bug sponge and I'm going to scrub. Now, last step. Yes, you guessed it. All you have to do is hose it off. All right, so let's take a closer look at the before and after. So you saw the before, so you can see there are still some bugs that are stuck on there. That is very, very normal because a lot of times you have to go over it more than one time in order to get them all off. Now, let's talk about just a couple things. Is the bug sponge going to scratch your paint? Well, I guess the simplest answer is yes, and the more complicated answer is not really. So why do I say that? Well, because every time you touch your car, you're gonna scratch the paint. And they call it putting micro scratches in the car. So a lot of times they're scratches that you can't even see with your naked eye. So if you lean on your car, or you set a cup on your car, or you even drag your hand across your car, even lightly, you actually are gonna put micro scratches into the paint. Now, is that gonna be something that really anyone is going to see? Well, not really. This bug sponge is going to scratch the car to an extent. But when I say scratch, I don't mean like rubbing up against your garage door scratch. I mean, it's going to put in tiny, tiny scratches that you probably are not even going to be able to see. And you're definitely not going to be able to see them on a white car. Now, that could be arguable on a darker color car or on like a black car. You may be able to see those scratches or swirl marks if you're rubbing in a swirled pattern. You might be able to see those better on a dark car, but on a white car or on a lighter car, it's not going to make any difference. And I use this on black cars as well. And most cars that you're going to clean or detail, or if you're cleaning your own car, it probably has a ton of swirls and scratches and abrasions just from driving it anyways. And so what you're going to be adding with this bug sponge is not going to make any bit of a difference, and you're not going to be able to see any bit of a difference. So the only reason I bring this up is because I know there's detailers out there who probably are thinking, oh, you're scratching the paint. But the truth is, you're scratching the paint. Maybe the answer is yes. But it's such a negligible thing or a negligible amount, there's no need to worry about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, my bug sponge, I'm gonna finish the front end, I'm gonna go ahead and wax the whole outside, dress the tires, and do the windows, and I'll take you guys back in for the finished product and a couple more added notes. Here we go. All right guys, car is finished. Let's see the finished look. No bugs, as you can see, on the front, not on the hood, not on the windshield. That light might be too reflective to really be able to see, but I don't know if you can tell, no bugs, just pure shine and white. Look at that chrome. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and see the whole finished look. So anyways guys, once again, just a quick summary of this video. Bugs need to be taken off quickly because the bug guts are corrosive and they'll eat into the clear coat if you don't remove them quickly. And they'll leave an outline once you do clean them off if they were left for a long enough time. Easy way to remove them, a bug sponge, Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, and a hose. You can also use a microfiber towel, and that'll probably be good too, but I think the bug sponge is just a quicker, more efficient way to go. Is it going to scratch your paint? Well, if you want to be technical, then yes. Anything you touch on your paint is going to leave micro scratches. Is it gonna scratch enough to make any of a difference that anyone's gonna be concerned about? Not at all. People don't have a critical eye. Just as a general rule, your critical eye as a professional detailer or a guy that's working on your own car, your customer or other people don't have that kind of critical eye. And most cars are daily drivers, and they're driven so much that they have so many abrasions and scratches anyways, that scrubbing really hard in one area and getting a bug off at the risk of scratching your car and leaving a little bit of micro abrasions, well, just kind of part of the deal. So guys, once again, from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, if you haven't subscribed to my Wilson Auto Detailing channel, then consider subscribing, because I come out with weekly videos just like this, full of tips and tricks for the do-it-yourselfers and the professional car detailers on products to use, strategies, tools, communication skills with customers, business skills, and just regular do-it-yourself, simplified skills, tips, and tricks on how to clean the interior, exterior of your car to make your life easier, simpler, faster, and more efficient. So if you've not subscribed, make sure that you consider subscribing, because these videos may be of value to you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down. And guys, I'm gonna pack up my stuff, and I will see you next time.